Gaffer, it's hard enough to do an interview in these conditions, never mind play a game of football. You must be really proud of your boys for getting 3 points today.
Yeah, spirit, endeavour, togetherness, they're the things that won us the game today. Moments of quality, not a game of quality, but it's difficult in the conditions. I think somehow it seemed to get worse second half. We came out the second half and you couldn't believe that someone turned the wind machine up to 11 out of 10 rather than 10 out of 10. But no, it's really pleasing, really found a way to win. It's a difficult place to come. They've had some good results. I know people go, they lost the last 4, but could have got something out today. Should have beat Bolton. Should have got something out of Wickham. So they're a good team, particularly here.
4 wins on the bounce in the league is nothing to be sniffed at either. We've talked a lot about habits in the past few weeks, and winning certainly a habit. Do you think that's something your team is starting to learn a little bit now?
I think there's a bit of trust coming in the togetherness. I think the last slide I put up in the last team meeting is find a way to win, and they did that because it's hard to predict. You're going into a game, you're not sure how wet it is, we didn't know which way the wind was going to be blowing. Is it up and down the pitch, across the pitch? So you're trying to make plans, but you can't. It's difficult. So that's where the players have got to stick to trust each other when we are under the cosh for the last 15 minutes, not going into 1s and 2s, going, well, I'm going to look after myself, which we've done it previously earlier in the season. We played miles better than that this season and lost. We went through a run where we found a way to lose. So I think the most pleasing part is walking in the dressing room now. Everyone's buzzing. The 2 minutes with the supporters at the end, packed out away end. They make a lot of noise here, but all we can hear is our fans. And I've said, don't be embarrassed by standing in front of the supporters for a minute or two and trying to build that relationship. It's they've run their socks off, but they've sang their hearts out. So it's a perfect away day.
When we arrived at the ground, the staff were sort of looking at each other and wondering whether this game was going to get played or not. And we've said in the past, this is a team that perhaps haven't needed too many reasons to let their heads drop, but they didn't at all today, and there was many reasons why they could have. The nature of the equaliser to pick themselves straight back up and go up and score again speaks to the character that might be changing at the minute.
Again, I think you talk about we're actually shouted here, believe it or not. No, I think any sort of adversity they've gone under early in the season, we've questioned them, whether it's a decision or an injury or an own goal or just conceding. But to go, right, no, okay, we conceded from a set play, which we've been really, really good at. Reset, go back to the start, and some quality with it as well. So no, it was a pleasing day for many, many reasons, because those 3 points are just as valuable as any other. So sometimes when it's August and everyone's in short sleeves and sunglasses and it's playing out from the back and all that sort of stuff, it's just as important today.
Last thing I want to ask you, because I don't want to keep you too long out in this, is these afternoons, they bond you a little bit. They're a shared experience with the supporters, with the team especially, but you guys as coaches, you're still not very long into your time with Huddersfield Town in the grand scheme of things, even though we've played so many games. This is an afternoon that might long term we look back on as an important one.
I think 3 points and 3 points, they're all important. Like you said, you turn up to the game today and people were wondering, you see games getting called off. I think Notts County got called off, which was only 10 minutes down the road, and you're thinking, is it going to be on, is it going to be off? And the players have that doubt as well. But they didn't, in terms of once they realised, they got their head down and go, right, it's going to be difficult. Are we going to be able to play expansive, this, that, then the other? We did in moments, but not in others. We dug in when we had to, and you can nitpick loads and loads and loads, but today's not a day for nitpicking. Today's the day to enjoy the 3 points, enjoy the togetherness, enjoy the moment at the end there with the supporters, and move on.
Michael, congratulations. Thank you very much for your time.
Cheers, Rog.